Everybody's applauding the Darth Malgus return to Star Wars once more, finally. One of the greatest Sith lords to have ever been created. And it shows that there are many stories in Star Wars that are still lacking. That are still, even though some factions are legends and some are canon, it really is great that Disney is kind of embracing everything and not getting bogged down into the details of what's canon and what's legends. I think in the end, that's what the fans really want. We just want to see Darth Malgus. We don't care if he's canon or legends. We just want to see what we saw in the Star Wars Old Republic Legacy of the Sith trailer. And boy, was it a doozy. Malgus makes his cinematic return once more. He has always had that persona, that presence, that, I say, the ancient Darth Vader persona, where you feel it when he is in a room. His presence is daunting, and that's exactly what you felt in the trailer that was released a couple of days ago. And we're going to talk exactly about that trailer, the sheer terror that he instilled in the hearts of those Jedi, and furthermore, why was he willing to basically die to get that holocron for himself? Well, to understand this about Darth Malgus, we need to go inside his origins and what's in his heart. Darkness, terror. What's more, this explains why Malgus basically didn't trust anybody. You see, the game itself tends to create people like Malgus. You can choose your own destiny, basically. Back in the day, I was still a young lad. In 2011, Star Wars The Old Republic was released, an MMORPG where you can choose your unique character and basically choose your own path. Whether it is Jedi or Sith, it doesn't really matter because the path is what leads you to your ultimate goal. And this is what Darth Malgus really is. He is a representation of KOTOR. He is basically a version of Revan. Where Revan started as a Jedi, Malgus started opposite. As we said previous, his Darth Malgus has been a focal point of many Old Republic cinematic trailers, including the first reveal. If you remember that trailer, you know that that was one of the greatest Star Wars pieces of content to have ever been created, and it's still relevant to this day. If you go check it, even the effects hold up, the cinematics, the scenes, the action, everything is up to par. But we saw that the Star Wars The Old Republic department is not losing its touch with the newest cinematic trailer that heavily featured Darth Malgus battling two Jedi for a holocron that has information about Force-sensitive users in it, more specifically the location of those Force-sensitive users that were basically banished by the Jedi. To understand why Malgus would basically die to get this information, let's talk about his past. So he was born under the name Vader on a planet that was occupied by the Ancient Empire. This human was soon discovered and sent to the Sith Academy on Dromund Kaas. On Geonosis, he came across a Twi'lek slave named Alina Daru. Subsequently, Malgus killed her master and claimed Alina as his own. The two eventually fell in love and fought nearly all of Varadun's battles side by side. Throughout his conquest, undoubtedly, Malgus proved to be a prominent Sith warrior and a prolific commander. Then known as Varadun, he would be taken as an apprentice by Sith Master Vindican and would essentially take on the mantle of Malgus. Of course, as is the way of the Sith, Malgus would kill his master, blaming Vindican's weakness for the Jedi's victory. However, it wouldn't be until he would see a vision that saw the Republic and the galaxy alike all burned to ashes. From that moment on, this vision brought him the understanding that he was the only person to ever bring this vision to fruition, to reality. Eventually, Darth Malgus would be promoted to a Sith Lord and gain the title of Darth. Now, as we see in one of the trailers, Darth Malgus took part in the Battle of Alderaan, where he saw some success, but the Republic essentially forced them to retreat, leaving him requiring a permanent respirator. And finally comes the time of the sacking of Coruscant, as it was called. Darth Malgus was the head leader of that operation. However, he was led astray. He believed that they were attacking Coruscant to obliterate the Republic, basically alongside with the planet. That is why he gladly accepted it. Malgus, Alina, and every one of their Sith allies engaged in a massive battle inside the Jedi Temple, to which many Jedi were killed and subsequently the place almost destroyed. After putting his life on the line for the glory of the Empire and the destruction of the Republic, this is the moment where the Empire would essentially betray Malgus in his eyes. Malgus was a fierce warrior. There was no retreat in him, and this is why he accepted the sacking of Coruscant, knowing that the Jedi and the Republic would ultimately be destroyed. Soon afterwards, however, he learned that the Empire had come to an agreement with the Republic. This is known as the Peace Treaty of Coruscant. Malgus waited for the orbital bombardment of Coruscant, but it never came. Not only did he feel betrayed by his own kin, he essentially came to see Alina as his weakness. More and more, he felt like his relationship with Alina was used politically against him by other Sith members, and there was one instance where he even let a Jedi go after she spared Alina's life. Recognizing that the Twi'lek is Malgus's greatest weakness, he killed his lover and companion. Feeling betrayed, he went into the unknown regions to claim new territory for the Empire, and with the Emperor presumed to be dead, it is at this time that Malgus returns to create a new empire for himself. An empire that was more tolerant and would see itself cut off from the Dark Council. Essentially, this is when Malgus wrote his own death certificate, because you didn't dare mess with the Dark Council. Once the Dark Council learned of Malgus's plans, he was then cornered in his throne room by not only Republic forces but Empire forces as well. Both sides were against Darth Malgus. So essentially, this is what you see in the trailer. A Malgus that has been broken apart, betrayed by everybody, hating the Jedi, of course, but even the Sith lords that reign supreme, using the machinations of the Dark Council, they were against Malgus as well. This is why Malgus is ready to die to get that information, to get that holocron. Now he will create an army of Sith lords together with him and essentially create an empire that would rule supreme over everybody. He was betrayed by everybody, and he even killed his own lover just to not feel attachment, just so that his heart would be in the right place, setting the galaxy ablaze. And if you have ever read about anarchy, this is basically what Malgus is. He is an anarchist to such an extent that he would see it burned completely to ashes just to restart with him as the ruler. Again, the old mantra of the Sith wanting to bring order and peace, prosperity to the galaxy. Whatever the case, it was awesome to see Darth Malgus again, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us in the future. Guys, let me know, were you excited to see Malgus again? Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you can have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.